Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Black Rose Society, a game of swashbuckling action. It's a show. It's about swashbuckling. Things happen. My name is Dan McCurdy. I'll be your storyteller this evening. You can find me at RevDMC247 on TikTok, YouTube, and Blue Sky. And if you find me anywhere else, that makes sense. I don't know where I am now. Why would I know where I was then? I will allow my players to introduce themselves, starting with Chandler.
Hello, my name is Chandler. I am playing Arnau Cecero, the Castilian merchant, seducer, borderline psychopath. It really depends on who you ask. At this point, you can find me on multiple places on the internet, but I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Asgeir.
Hey, everybody, I'm Ryan. I play Asgeir Ironhand, the muscle-bound Viking daddy from Vesen Minyar, who I think has the biggest conscience on the ship. And you can find me under Darth Caustic on some socials, and where you can't, you can find me under Dark Domain RPGs, both on Twitch and YouTube. But speaking of dashingly handsome men, have you met Demetrius Penn?
You're a charmer. Hey, yo, I'm Eric Bell Comedy. I am playing Demetrius Penn, the Vadachian mercenary. And you can find me on all the socials. Stand-up comedian out on the West Coast. I also Lando Calrissian randomly. But I get weird gigs. I'm going to slide it on over to Kelsey.
Hello, everybody. I am Kelsey, or at FarmGrown Nerd. You can find me on TikTok, YouTube, Blue Sky, Instagram, various other places. I'm sure I've made more. I can't remember any of them anymore. And I play Nikoletta von Richter. Let's get started.
All right. In our previous episode, we did a thing. No, so the party was underneath the city of San Cristobal in the labyrinth, which was serving as a hiding place for a group that had begun referring to themselves as the Silent Assembly, a gathering of grandes from around Castile who had, many believed, either been killed or captured by the Inquisition, turning out still free and in service to the rightful ruling queen of Castile, Rocio Sandoval, the twin sister of good King Sandoval, and apparently co-monarch with him, though no one really knew that. They used to take turns switching, mimicking each other as they traveled the land. However, it was Duccio on the throne when the Inquisition claimed good King Sandoval and took him to Vadacine Island for his protection, allegedly. And ever since, as she has continued to grow up and grow older, she's fairly certain that the comparison between the two of them would no longer work. But as he is prisoner, she is attempting to either find a way to free him or to herself convene the assembly, though they would still need a few more grandes present in order for its votes to have any power. She had spoken to Arnau Cecero asking if he would join with her, and he, I'm guessing as much to his own surprise as anyone's, agreed. They also discovered that there were another group hidden deep in the labyrinth, El Causador, a group of inquisitors who had been somehow mutated into cannibalistic monsters and were hunting those who ventured too far into the labyrinth. They discovered that this transition had been created by a wild fae, who knows how long ago, captured in the Star Chamber, as being a fae trap was what it was for, and driving them to bloody meat-seeking madness. The party dealt with those. They opened up the Star Chamber, found the crazed fae, and bought Nikoletta the time she needed to make her notes before they got out, successfully sealing the creature back into the chamber with the aid of a super-powered bear form Verity, who found her magic somehow enhanced by the power of the Star Chamber. Once she left, she went back to her normal form. The doors closed. The last of the cannibals had been killed, and the party is standing there quiet, just taking a moment to breathe. Verity has transformed back into human form and then falls unconscious. Does not seem to be hurt, but just in a very, very deep sleep, as the process seems to have greatly exhausted her. And I will pass the table over to you all.
Okay. Options. That cannot stay alive. As he gestures to what's behind the door.
Not in disagreement with you, but I'm not entirely certain what you can do about it.
We prepare. We can probably. They always seem to have a weakness. Something seems to hurt them more. Maybe now that we know it's here, we can develop a plan, bring more men with us, properly armed. It's either that or we need to tell your companions to evacuate. It's too dangerous being in this close proximity to it.
It's sealed. It's not our monkeys, not our circus. You know, if the Inquisition comes poking down here, they're not going to come poking down here. That's not going to be a problem. The labyrinth is not well known. The silent assembly is going to be fine. We need an army to kill that thing. Or at least 3 Verities, and none of us want to become a bear. Does anybody else want to sell their soul to an old Russian demon lady? Or you wouldn't say Russian, but
perhaps we don't use such foul language to describe her.
We're not in Usura right now, so we're fine.
Not sure that matters, but okay.
Just because she can't do anything about it, I wouldn't count on her not being able to hear you.
Well, but the point still stands. Does anybody else want to learn magic in order to specifically kill this one thing? Nikoletta, Nikoletta, if you go really bad, you could probably kill this thing with enough of your science.
I mean, you're not wrong.
But you don't want to do that, do you?
Well, it would have to be for a very specific purpose. Most of what I could learn is going to be surrounded around controlling and creating the undead. I'm not certain what it would do against Fae.
I mean, eventually you just throw enough undead at a problem, and I'm certain it'll work. But it doesn't matter. You don't want to do that.
That's exactly how my country became as it is today. I'm trying to reverse that. Is the whole point of the situation.
But what I'm saying is, none of us want to use magic to destroy this thing, right? Right?
I mean, we killed the Titan last time.
The Titan wasn't a Fae. The Titan was just a fancy zombie. That's all it was. It was a zombie who was a little bit bigger.
Yes, but this one was sealed when we got here, but still was able to influence outside of it.
And that means it's none of our fucking business.
Do you really care that little about the people who have found refuge here?
I care about the people, but they're fine. They didn't turn into cannibals, did they?
Oh, they lost people. That's one of the reasons they had a booking name for the thing.
Yeah, and we killed them. We fed them to the giant Fae creature.
That created them.
So we just let them know what happened. No, we can't even do that, because if we tell them, then they're gonna try to come kill it, and then they're all gonna die, and then more blood will be on our hands.
So
we could help them.
I wonder if his friend could help.
I
need to write a letter. Come on, let's get back to this ship.
Or
the tavern, or wherever it is we're staying.
Let me grab the unconscious woman on the ground.
Yeah, like it's easier for you. Why would I?
Here's what we can do. If you really want to do something to try to get rid of this thing, let's tip off the Inquisition that there's a Fae creature down here. There'll be all torches and pitchforks. They'll come down and try to kill it, and it'll kill hundreds of them, and we'll be fine.
Are you certain that's what they would do, though, or would they just try to use it as some kind of weapon?
Don't they find magic a bastardization out here? Don't they hate it?
Bingo.
So they would be inclined to deal with it and probably would destroy it. They probably would destroy the whole chamber as well.
We don't
I don't think
know
they're
what
going to be able to destroy them.
They wouldn't exploit it. It would be against their doctrine.
I have concerns. All right.
But at the same time, these catacombs has been the way that the people have kind of navigated through. We would be also revealing a massive part of how they got around.
So we're in between a rock and a hard place, which means we just leave it be.
Yeah.
I would love to know what you think, Asgeir and Nikki.
Nikoletta wanted to write a letter for what ends I do not know.
I wanted to see if maybe I could reach out to Nikoletta would remember these names. I can't remember her boyfriend's name anymore. It's been so damn long.
Edmund?
Yes.
Oh, Edmund. Good.
Edmund's friend.
Oh, the
Oh, the buddy.
How did Demetrius feel about Nikoletta being like, Edmund could handle it?
Klaus, no, Klaus.
Actually, he would not know how to feel because Edmund would probably die in the fight. He was like,
No, Klaus. He could help me figure it out.
no, he would bring the musket. I'm not sure how much influence the musketeers would. I mean, are they welcomed here?
I don't necessarily mean Edmund. I meant his friends. Klaus.
He's worth a shot. And perhaps Nikki, what specifically does my blade hurts them? And do we know why though?
Scholarship. What's everyone's scholarship?
I have none.
2, 3, none, and none. None and one. Asgeir, with your specific background, you would also know. A 1 would not normally be enough, but this is.
But since it's so
focused. Draconizing weapons were originally created for the purpose of fighting the Fae. Normal weapons were not. They could do some damage, but not enough for any mortal to ever stand with the Fae and fight it. Draconizing weapons evened that. It wasn't perfect, but they did more damage. They were effective. That was their original purpose, was killing Fae. And so they found a lot of other uses. Got pretty widespread for a while. So yeah, Asgeir would know that from his just because, you know, if you can figure Draconizing out, that's that's a return to the glory days. And so both the Vendel League and Smiths in Vestin Manavinyar in general are like, we want this, because obviously Eisen won't be doing it for a while. And stuff. And Arnau
can't get more batarangs.
That's also kind of what Arnau would know in being trained on it, and why. You would also know the Tune Above would know that there is a group, Die Reuskritter, who are an Eisener secret society that basically chase Draconizing items wherever they can find them and acquire them, so that they do not get misused. And Nikoletta at 3, it's one of the many things you know.
I'm assuming you guys share these things. That's interesting. It seems as though every single time we are in these situations, Draconizing is a useful tool. Should we start actively procuring it, and so we all are better equipped?
I've just about cracked the method of creation. The problem is I need such intense heat that I could only craft it at a volcano.
I know we have plans for the other star chambers, but perhaps in our next travels we should look at resources Maybe
It could
find a place where you can craft the blade. Place for us. While we look for more draconizing.
One other bit, as Demetrius follows this line of thought and accumulating more draconizing, Chandler, a thing that Arnau would be fully aware of, every time a Vendel merchant started specializing in acquiring draconizing, and a few of them got pretty good at it, knowing where to find it, they always vanish. No sign, no hint, gone. Sometimes entire trade caravans gone with them.
No, we will not be searching for draconizing under any stretch of the imagination. If we do, no one must know.
I mean, yes, but what are they going to send? More? They already sent assassins.
They will kill us all, and we will never be heard from again.
Please, we are the Dawnlight Reapers who can kill us.
Have you ever dealt with secret societies, Mr. Penn?
I've worked for them.
Then you would know how quickly they can make you disappear.
Yes, they always have to send a guy. I'm usually better than the guy you send. As long as we're better than the guys they send, then they will go broke before we end up dead.
I don't think you understand how many resources these people have.
I understand people who have to do others' dirty work. If someone keeps on paying and everyone who keeps going dies, eventually we're not worth the trouble because they won't find a guy willing to do it that's good enough.
Well, Zach, I think you'll find that there's less people willing to attack nobility.
Now, come on. Now, it's Cecero, the greatest duelist in all of Thea.
You're only saying that because she's asleep, so she can't kill you.
I assure you, I have always said that you are the greatest duelist.
And you are a wonderful kiss ass. I can see why a lot of the women you date love you. However, that being said, let's take this back to Miss von Richter. What do you think would happen, and how quickly do you think we'd tear ourselves apart if, say, it became a public leak that Miss von Richter was a sorceress with the ability to potentially raise the dead? How many people know about that, and how likely do you think it would be before she turns on us and attempts to kill us?
Everyone in this room is who I have actively told my father. Not many people outside of that. But
that is simply one route they will take. They won't have to hire anyone to kill us. They'll simply find out our secrets, reveal them. The only people in this room who know are us, and we will tear each other apart from within, if that happens. And then we'll disappear without a trace.
So what you're saying is that if we do it, we need to keep it under wraps. Oh, goodness gracious. A group that has no idea how to keep secrets.
Oh.
I personally have no secrets.
Then we'll do it. Then now. We steal them. We find out who already has them, and we steal them. And if they and we'll look for the bad people. And
we be quiet.
No one will know we have it.
We be very quiet about it. We only use these weapons when we have to. No, we don't just brandish them about.
You will leave my name out of this.
What was it? What was your name earlier with the amazing dress? What was that? It won't be Arnau Cecero. It would be
Arnie.
Arnicia. Arnie Cici. It'll be Arnie Cici. Who would know?
Literally,
trust me, Arnau. I am a really good thief. If you give me a,
I've heard the legends of the ghost. Yes, we've all heard the legends.
But Nelson, what else do you suggest we do? We keep running into these Fae. We're going to need something to protect ourselves rather than just constantly have, pardon the phrasing, our asses handed to us.
We can't run and save our skin every time.
We deal with the vampires, whom are not Fae, by the way. And then we have other people deal with the Fae. The Fae are not our problem. The Fae are not what we're looking to deal with now. We're dealing with vampires who may be attempting to channel the Fae's power, which means we just need to kill them.
You know far more about secret societies than I do, Arnau. I'm less likely to, less entitled. There's a word I'm looking for. I can't remember.
Inclined?
Yes, thank you. I'm less inclined to disagree with you. It seems like a good idea to better arm ourselves.
If
The forest
I
would
will
still
not-
be a useful place for us to go. And I understand. Oh no, you make an amazing point. Dealing with areas where people will know and people outside of our group could be hurt. I did not think of that. But we are fighting people beyond us. You have to be better armed. And we have to find some way of being able to even the scales. If we can barely deal with that, how are we going to deal with the mistress? We need more weaponry. And maybe not draconizing, but we need to find the best blaze that can deal with the things we are facing.
Get me access to herbs, and I can come up with something that'll be a little bit more discreet.
Where will we find those herbs?
That is my specialty.
Then, all right.
But we cannot go buying draconizing. We cannot.
Oh
go-
no!
It's
We
never
will.
for sale anyway. So like,
No.
I believe what we were discussing was that Asgeir had you discovered crafting it, but we just have to find a place hot enough for you to do it. I don't suppose anybody has any dragons anywhere.
I mean, I do know a mountain it would work on, but we
That's what we
can't
were talking
currently
about.
get to it.
I thought we were talking about that.
Where's the mountain? Is it where we were?
You remember?
Oh, the lava pirates.
We don't talk about it.
Not that either. It's back home.
What?
We have volcanoes in Vestin.
We do.
And there is a star chamber investment.
When we go, when
But
the
it-
sea is passable again.
Yes.
It will not be long.
So we
We'll have
just
to wait out the winter. But
Wait out the winter. What would be the next while we wait for winter? Is there another? We risk it again and do another star chamber that's closer.
isn't there another one in Badachi?
not a star
We take-
chamber, but the supposed command center was in Verity.
Here's what I say.
I feel like we want to be armed before we go to Padachi.
We could begin rousing an army in Verity. We could begin making our moves, getting together a coalition of the cities, and then when winter rallies, when winter ends, we move north, begin making the Draconizing. Most likely get murdered by a secret society or two, but if we survive, we return with our weapons and we march on the command center with our army backed by us, by the cities. With my wealth, your charm, Nikoletta's name, and Asgeir's, and our lovely sword woman's secondary set of charms, we'll be fine. We'll be able to pull something together.
You want to go to Padachi now.
I don't want us to charge on the command center, obviously.
So discreetly, but try to gather influence in Padachi.
Yes, we have no other choice. We can't get to the citadel, can we? We can't get to the mountain, can we?
So, based on where you are in the southern part of Thea, going by boat, if you left now, you would arrive. Asgeir would know this probably 2 or 3 weeks earlier than you would want to. You were winter hit up as you were leaving. There's been a fair amount of travel time. You spent some time in Montaigne, some more travel time. You've spent some time in Castile. By the time you get back, you'll be getting close. And unlike Uzura, Vesim and Avignard, their bays never freeze over. It is earlier than you'd be super excited about sailing them all, but not by a ton. You are past the depths of winter.
Yeah, obviously sharing all of this.
So Vestin is a possibility.
It could be done. If we could buy more time, it would be better. These will not be kind.
Doesn't your queen need help releasing her puzzle?
If that is something that you wish to do, we could do that as well. That can be something that we can at least start. In fact, that might be a good idea. That would give us allies. Potentially, we could spark a nationalistic war against the lovely city-states, ripping them to shreds, and leading to a great and glorious future for Castile. I like this idea.
Okay. So we head to Vestin. It will be tight, but we make it to Vestin while acquiring weaponry along the way discreetly.
Trying.
And beginning to bridge contacts in Fodachi and gaining allies along the way. So by the time we come back to Fodachi, we'll be better prepared.
I thought we were going to waste some time trying to gather support for our queen here in Castile.
I mean, that too. I mean, so if we gather support for the queen, we'll miss our window and it will be full winter, or will it be better?
It'll be better. The longer it takes for you all to leave, the better the mall will be.
We will begin with
I
the
see.
spring
So
thaw.
we gain allies in Castile by assisting the queen brother, and then we go to Vestin, acquiring resources along the way and gaining allies in Fodachi, and then Fodachi in force.
Sounds like a plan.
I guess we all have letters to write.
Yeah.
All right, you all heading back up to the camp?
Yep. And I once again brandished Arnau, and we could pay for our army. And the Star Sapphire.
Mm-hmm.
And I repocket it.
We can pay for an army. And if we use that, an army might fight for us just because.
As you all start making your way back up the labyrinth, and the map work that Verity and Nikoletta did on their way down is sufficient enough that no rolls are required for that. You head back up, and there's a small group of guards kind of standing at the tunnels, and they're looking at you all as you approach, and like, is all well? There were some very strange noises coming from the tunnels.
Things are better than they were when we left. But your tunnels are hazardous right now.
You had mutated Inquisition soldiers. Or Inquisitors.
Did you all bring the bodies of any of the El Calzador up for them to see?
They were all in. They all got eaten.
Well, at least one got killed by you all outside of
Like
the chamber.
Browse.
You sealed the chamber before the last one got consumed.
And I'm thinking about the one that we killed. Oh no, that
one vanished.
That one vanished.
Vanished.
And then the other one we killed.
Yeah, and it is outside of the chamber with you all. Did not.
If we got to double back it, I'll
You go.
just for the sake of here.
We can say you did that.
Yeah.
You bring and they see it, and they're like, "This thing was human once, but I've never seen anything that could do that to a human body outside of Eisen."
There's monsters in the labyrinth.
Yeah, that is very very powerful, very unpredictable bosses down that particular pathway. I would avoid it if I were you.
Of course, we need to.
Or
We have people here we cannot afford to lose.
And don't let any of the boys go down there anymore. As the scouts, don't let them. They'll be tempted to. Don't.
And I would just detail on how we got there, so they know that's where it is, so they know what to avoid.
They add that to their maps. They look over to Arnau.
Don't send anyone that you like to keep. If you have people you want to punish, send them just fine. You can send them and they'll be fine. In fact, make it a capital punishment worthy crime to be sent down that direction.
Yeah, they'll most likely turn into that.
Or get eaten.
Rocio, who has kind of joined you all, kind of grins at that and goes, I can see you all have been living under the thumb of the Inquisition for some time. That is indeed how they do things.
I grew up under it.
All right. Well, noted. I have been speaking some with the Vagabundo you brought with you. He is eager to transport us out of the capital. I pointed out that so far being in the last place they would expect to find us has worked out pretty well, but there has already been one cadre of Inquisition down here, and you all got down here, so it's clearly not impenetrable.
Nothing
She looks over at Arnau. Do you believe you had spoken before that you suspected you might have a plan to free my brother? Or did I misunderstand?
I said you have my support. And should the time come, I'd be more than willing to fight by your side. Free your brother. I doubt there's anything left to be freed.
What do you mean? You think they've killed him?
What does the Inquisition do when they have something that's a threat to their power?
They harness it or destroy it.
He clearly was not willing to be harnessed. So what's the other option?
But eventually people would find out he was gone. They need him or they've lost all legitimacy.
No one's seen him for years. And yet people still believe he lives.
There are people who have gone to the island and they claim to have seen him at services. He even addressed the people, though it was a lot of nothing that he said.
Claim. I'm not trying to be dour. Hopefully he yet lives. But we cannot rest our faith on hope. We have to rest our faith on action. What we can do. And you are our queen. So we should act as such.
I need to know. I need to know if either my brother is king or I am. And my plans will have to depend on that. It was his name used at the coronation, even though I often wore the crown. So, would you... There are many pilgrims to Vaticine Island. It is not impenetrable. It is not meant to be. If you could go and see for yourself. You've seen me. You'll know if you're looking at my twin brother. Not in person, not even necessarily to speak to him, just to confirm whether or not he lives.
Arnau turns to the other three and the unconscious Verity.
Yes, I'd love to.
Well, What do we think?
Infiltrating and either confirming if prisoner of war and sure to death. Almost impossible. Only the greatest could do such a thing. It's a good thing they called upon us. What better story to tell? Great way of rallying an army.
It sounds like simultaneously the most and the least dangerous thing we've done.
Well, Demetrius Penn is in favor, which is a point in the negative. But I think if we have Asgeir's agreement, I think this is the plan that we should go for.
To rescue a prince in distress? Of course.
She looks and says, if you see an opportunity for rescuing him, the gratitude of a nation would be upon you. However, if it is too dangerous, it is my suspicion that the Inquisition, so long as they have a hope of eventually using him as a lever, that they will leave him alive. They will, I believe, kill him rather than lose him, however. So if you believe you have a chance, by all means take it. But if you doubt in the time, simple knowledge of whether or not he lives would mean the world to us. She gives Arnau an address. This is to one of our operatives who's still above ground in San Cristobal. A message sent to him will be dead dropped to us. It is as close as a message can get via post without worrying about revealing to us. Address it to Rodrigo. Do not use the last name. When a message addressed to Rodrigo appears at this address, it goes to the dead drop.
Understood. And my queen, if things go poorly, I will do what I can to rally your support.
She nods. If you can aid in any way, this may be an adventure for other heroes. Maybe it will be when I finally contact the Vagabundos and use their support in earnest. But any role you can play in this, you call me your queen. I send you on this particular task, hoping that that will not be true. But if it is, I need to know.
If we cannot do it, I hate to think what the Los Vagabundos would be able to do. After all, we are Arnau Cecero and the Dawnlight Reapers.
Oh,
That's
how
not our name. That's not our name.
how dare you?
Not our name.
How dare you beat me to the punch on now?
Around this time, Mateo walks up and goes, "So little faith in the Vagabundos?"
I mean, you never made me one, so
I'll have to ask why we never approached the Ceceros. You are, by all accounts, the sort we would.
I mean, besides the fact that both me, my father, and my brother are all untrustworthy bastards, I can only imagine why you might not approach us.
He nods and gives you all a bow. I have my work to do now. I will be returning to the surface soon, getting my brothers in arms out of the city and preparing for our various endeavors as we move forward. It has been a pleasure to meet you all, and certainly a pleasure to... Oh, and he sees Verity draped over Asgeir's shoulder. Is she all right?
Very tired.
She barely made it.
Ah, I see. Well, give her my regards, and again, apologies. And he looks at them all, looks at you all, gives an elaborate bow, which is The
Gross.
difference in style because of different. It's very Demetrius Penn-esque as he makes his way towards the exit to the left.
So unnecessary. Come on, can't you just exit out of a room? Let's shoot.
And actually, as he gets to the cave mouth before he goes out, and everyone, let it be known that Mateo de la Vega will continue to protect you. And
I like him.
No.
He's better than you are, Demetrius.
No, unfortunately,
Like looking
no, he
into
is
a
not.
very strange mirror for you.
No, firstly, I would never hide my face. Secondly,
Hmm.
I will shoot this man dead. I do not.
By the time he's done with you, you
Well,
might want to, Demetrius.
Please.
Our
Please.
allies are thin enough as it is.
We can't just go around killing everybody that kisses Verity.
You know, you're so mean to me. You're all so mean.
I mean, what if she decided she wanted to go off killing everybody who had kissed you? Half of Thea would be dead.
A quarter at most.
all right, so you all have a couple possibilities for getting to Vadacine Island. It is in the Gulf between Vidachi and Castile. So it is on the other side of the Castilian Peninsula from where you currently are at. You could take the Dawnlight Breeze, sail it around the coast into Vadacine Bay, and approach the island that way. There are some red flags with that, not the least of which is Arnau's name is connected in the registers to the ship, and the Vadacine's records are very, very good. You could take another ship around that way. You could cross the continent yourselves overland and then take one of the many passenger boats between the mainland to Vadacine Island. There are always pilgrims going, and it's easy enough to just claim to be them. People come from all walks of life. So how would you all want to make your approach?
We are absolutely not taking my boat. It will be sunk. We are not doing that.
Agreed.
Fine, we will not take my ship.
But maybe we should procure a ship that has excellent forgery, because I believe we might need to control our escape. So I'd rather not use passenger, voyages. I want to control how we get out.
Something that's more of a sloop for just the
Would
five of
we
us.
know about the port that leads out to Vadacine Island, like the passenger ships?
So there are several ports that can get you to Vadacine Island. The one that's used the most often is Puerto del Sur, which is still on the southern part of the continent. The one with there's also Rioja, which has direct road connection and avoids the Sandoval forest. You could also head as far north as 5 Sails, which is actually an independent city. It is controlled by a number, it has pie slices that are controlled by many of the nations. But the upshot is all of these pie slices have administrations which argue with each other, leading to a city that is itself functionally lawless. Demetrius, you in particular probably would have spent a fair amount of time in 5 Sails, just as a great place to lay low if you yelled your name loudly in the wrong place.
Yeah.
So
I think it would even be safe to say probably had a few bullfuls there.
So Pirate Haven then.
Yes. I mean,
Oh! How many pirates are in port here? Or nearby, do you think?
God. I don't know how strict the Templar, how strong do the Templars control the seas here?
Here it would be rough.
5 Sails probably would have the biggest house of pirates.
We could. That's a good plan.
A distraction.
Ooh. Pay for
Interesting.
some pirates to harass the area, giving them making our escape a little bit easier because the forces are occupied?
We can go in quiet, get in and get out fast. Make sure that they are off somewhere making a lot of noise.
Ooh.
We can pay them well.
I mean, the money would be in ransacking a few Templar ships if we can find out where they're going to be.
The force with on Vadacine Island, it would be a fool's errand. We'd need to convince them of something else.
This is pirates we're talking about.
I mean, if the score is big enough, if the score is big enough, it doesn't matter who you are.
You, Asgeir, you would have remembered a Numenari ship in port when you pulled in. You would have marked it and chosen a dock as far from it as you could have mentioned, because the Numenari are almost as notorious for their pirate lords as Vadachi is for their merchant princes. So,
I mean, I may have seen a man on the way in.
I mean, it could be risky, but I mean, we're talking about storming the Vadacine Island at this point. I feel like risky is a matter of percentage.
You're about to do some serious crime. Best to have some people who know their way.
That is true. And if there's one thing about pirates, is that they're foolhardy idiots. Much like a thief known as
Only
the
the
Ghost.
bad ones.
Well,
If you're really good, you end up being some admirals later.
perhaps then I make the introductions, and Arnau, you can talk them into a job that we know is a fool's errand.
I can certainly attempt. I can attempt to promise them riches and glory, and perhaps even a place within the king's navy afterward, and a full pardon.
That's a good deal. I mean, I'm certain there's some really nice shipment that's happening.
There's always
something. There's always something, and we know where it is, when it is. Ooh.
Oh, Arnau, with your trade connections, you would know the tithe ships that carry the many gifts of the many faithful from all over Thea to Vadacine Island are nearly always sailing.
And they're always going into the port on Vadacine Island, nearest to the Citadel, making the point that so long as a good set of
no,
pirates...
stop flirting with me, please.
No.
Oh my, whatever shall we do?
We'll need more than one ship. We'll need a fucking fleet.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, because the school would be able to pay for one. And then they know we give good gigs.
If we have the pirate who's docked in the deck, take us around to free sail, he might be able... This might be doable.
Yes. Now we have to make sure they don't know what it is we are trying to do, because if they know we're trying to spring the prince, then all of a sudden they get the right kind of pirates are like, oh, ransom, and then we get double cross. So we can't know what it is we need.
We are all individuals of means, and we're individuals of some means who have had to suffer under the Inquisition one way or another, and we just happen to be a little vindictive. It's a stranger things to hire people for.
And I am a grande. I can argue that I have connections with the king once he was restored to power. Yada yada yada.
If they're what they're weight in gold, they know not to ask too many questions.
Let's
hire some pirates.
Let's hire some pirates.
Asgeir,
right.
take us there.
Ha!
All right, so you all make your way back out of the labyrinth. By the time they actually show you the entrance that they typically use, which does not lead back into the palais of the king, but leads into one of the canalways that is throughout San Cristobal, and let you out. The guards wish you well. Matteo was going out that way as well, and he wishes you all well and heads off in his direction. And you all start making your way back towards the docks. It is now, let's see, you all went in, you were on the run, it was late. I'm going to say it's really early morning, like 4 or 5. in the morning. And yes, we're going to go ahead and say that all of the death spirals are reset. If you want to continue, like you were very recently grievously injured, so play that how you want to play it, Arnau, but you don't have to. And so then as you're traveling, you see a ship called, excitably, the River Styx.
Oh,
Clearly Numenari.
That's the one.
oh, I don't like the naming convention.
I
That's
mean-
the point, Arnau.
I think it's tasteful.
See, Nikki likes it.
Well, if Nikki likes it, Nikki likes me, so we already know they have bad taste. But
I mean, you're still better to digest than that god awful wine your family makes.
Oh God.
if that
Why
is not,
did you
I
say
used
so?
it. Actually, I don't. I cleaned like some dirt off my shoes with it, and I feel like it made it worse.
that is not my wine. That is not my recipe.
I mean, I haven't had your family's wine to be honest. So this is my first impression.
There was a bottle down there. Do you want me to go and find some old?
You know that time. You know the feeling when you go somewhere to eat and then you if it upsets your stomach. It just kind of turns you off to just the title of it. I don't know.
While you all are doing that and looking, a sailor on the River Styx comes over and kind of glances over and goes, "Boy, there."
Ahoy!
Ahoy! Permission to come aboard?
For what purpose? We are not a passenger vessel.
Business.
We want to pay you.
Let me speak to the captain. And he walks back in, comes out. Captain's still asleep, but the first mate will speak to you. Come on up, lower the gangplank. And also, you all notice the ship does not regularly have its gangplank out. Like typically ships will pull up at dock, put out the gangplank and just leave it until all the business is done. This is a ship that they only have the gangplank out when they are doing business, which is another sign of we need to be ready to leave quickly at any time.
Almost like they're criminals.
This is exactly what we're here for.
All right. You all make your way.
Demetrius is noticeably way more jovial with a smile because he's every single time we go to these goddamn royalty noble pricks. And now he's like, oh, chatting with crooks? Hell yeah.
People.
Oh, this is amazing.
Are you there with an unconscious Verity, or did we have a Verity plan?
I think we
before
dropped
went to the
Verity
pirate
off.
ship?
Back at the inn.
Yeah.
She's comfortably napping somewhere. She's not getting
Okay.
lugged around like a sack of potatoes.
It's like, are you offering the woman in return for piracy? We like this.
No.
I magically
You
found a
could not
way to
afford
turn
her,
back
and she will kill you all.
I found a way to make her turn back into the bear. I'm just carrying that around.
There
All
will
right.
be no place safe for you if you dare to lay a finger on her. And I'm not talking about Demetrius. She will end all of your existences, your bloodlines. Your children will know the taste of her blade. Don't try it.
All right. You come up and you come up onto the ship, and someone who you are introduced to as the first mate steps up and goes, "Hello, I am Costas Papas of the River Styx, and I am told you all have business. Is it cargo you wish to transport, or what are we talking?"
Arnau, why don't you explain to our new friend here?
We are dealing in acquisitions.
You wish us to acquire goods for you. This is a service we offer.
Yes. Well, recently, a client of mine who owed me quite a bit had such a change of heart here for our lovely The name of the religion. Chandler's drawing a blank. Our lovely Vatican Church. And I quite adore the faith. However, he owed me quite a bit of gold. And I'm not one to take lightly to that. However, he became a rock that I could not bleed money from. And an item that he had promised me, he had gifted to the Vatican. And it's on one of their tithe ships. I need it.
You wish for us to attack one of the tithe ships going to Vatican Island.
And so long as you can find me the diamond, you can keep the rest.
He looks at you for a long time. Normally, I am suspicious of Castilians when they claim to have issue with the church, but you do travel with an interesting band. You are speaking of an attack on one of the most well-protected trade vessels in one of the most controlled seas. He smiles. A normal captain would laugh you off his ship. Our captain might yet listen to you.
I picked Numenorians because I needed to know who I was dealing with.
He smiles. Our reputation is our reputation. I'll tell you what. It is never a good idea to wake the captain from his slumber, particularly when the ouzo was flowing the way it was last night. However, in a few hours, he will awake. When he wakes, he will be looking for some of the crew to acquire a patent of permission of transport. It seems the last time we were here, some of our docking fees went unpaid due to a misunderstanding that led to us having to undock rather quickly. The wharf master, or rather his assistant at this time of night, is in that warehouse right over there handling some shipment or other. If you and your little band can acquire the correct paperwork for us and have that here before he awakes, it will both show a willingness to do this kind of work on your part, and will have him very well disposed to you. Is this a reasonable agreement for entering into business with as little as we know of each other for such a audacious endeavor?
Well, you know what they say. Fortune favors the infamous. Let's get this done.
Appreciated. He looks around and goes, dawn is 4 hours hence. We will be excitedly waiting, and if you all prove to be as capable as I suspect you are, and his eyes rest for a while on Nikoletta, then I suspect we will be able to do business with one another. And he gives you all a bow, offers you all each a drink of ouzo if you desire it.
Yes.
Nikoletta has no idea what it is, so she'll say yes.
He passes it out, and it's very, what's the right word? Licoricey as you first smell it. And how it is when it goes down is entirely dependent on your opinion of licorice.
Like Jaeger.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, better
No
than
one ever
the
true
crap.
reacting to that liquor.
Like it hits her tongue and she goes,
Yep. Yep.
Are you going to visit? Are you going to finish that, Nikoletta?
Yeah. You got this. Vicky, I believe in you.
It tastes good, but it is very strong.
Yes.
That's why you shoot it.
Let it
Very-
wash away all the nightmares.
We like to say it is perfect for
Oh, that's what I
burning
said to
away
myself.
whatever sins you might be trying to forget.
I like these guys.
I
It
know,
is-
right? Ah, finally
In-
some
in my
gentlemen I
opinion-
can get along with.
Got to make room for some new sins.
What's the line from Ocean's 11? Ah, it'd be good to work with proper villains.
Proper villains. I love it. You have any idea how long I've traveled with Marco? Jesus fucking Christ with Marco. Guys.
You all are able to take the gangplank back down. It is immediately pulled up behind you, and you have a clear line towards the warehouse.
All right. How do we want to do this?
All right, so we need to just procure some documents for them.
Docking paperwork, effectively. We need to make certain that they have a proper writ of transport. Otherwise, they cannot leave port without being shot at.
Oh, okay.
But we also
And-
need to be careful to make sure that your name isn't anywhere near that and that.
Yes.
Oh. Make up a name and convince them to write for us.
The paperwork does not need to be legitimate. It doesn't even need to be written and signed. We can forge that ourselves. More than likely, we just need the paperwork itself. It's
So
proper
we just
spy
need them to get them. We just need to get them out the room.
Oh,
work. It's-
and just in point of clarification, Arnau, you know that in order to do what you are theoretically hiring them to do, they will need a name of the ship to hit. And meaning you're going to need a list of the names of the tithe ships so you can tell them which one they're gunning for.
Mm.
For your cover story to hold up.
Yeah. So we're
Because they can't start hitting every tithe ship. Even that's going to be too big for
we'll
for,
need
for even Numenari pirates.
we'll
So-
need also a shipping log. The tide ships have at least one of the tide ships has likely stopped in here. So we'll need to find one of them that will be.
Oh yeah, San Cristobal is a regular dock for the tithe ships. They
Oh,
hit
of
here
course. We
when
need
they're
to get
coming
them the
from.
right score, and it also will allow us to make sure they get the right one that will get the most attention.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Likely
Alright.
it's the Montanian.
You get to the docks, and there are a bunch of night dock workers moving around in it. These are their work is not automatically illegal, but like basically these are the guys who are here because they don't mind dealing with smugglers, depending on the moods of the current dock master. So they are not themselves criminals, but they are definitely being paid by them.
So we just
One of them
need
looks up.
to get the assistant.
What can I do? What can I do for you all?
Hello, just got some business to talk to the gentleman in the building. Yeah.
Oh, the dog master. Or
Yes.
the dog master's bitch boy.
I hear. You know, that's exactly what the last guy said. Is that a nickname?
Guy's got barely any authority at all. Not as bad as the last guy. The last guy tried to lord it over us and had an accident. He'll probably be able to walk again in a couple of months.
Hey,
Hey, Davos.
play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Am I right?
And a kind of squirrely looking guy comes out from one of the offices, got a big old pair, like thick framed glasses. He kind of steps up. Can I help you all?
Yes, I was hoping we could speak with you in your office.
Okay. I'm not sure why, but you all keep doing what you're doing. And he like is carefully like not walking under any of the suspended crates and everything that they have in the warehouse. And you get some ideas of what might have happened to the last guy. And he leads you all in. You're here for business, huh? You're here. You want to speak privately, and you come at 3:00 in the morning.
Yes,
Which is likely to be a pleasant conversation. And he kind of sits down at the desk, and you all have seen Nikoletta like write like as a compulsion just I'm not comfortable with what's happening, so I'm going to vanish in the pages. This guy does something that looks very similar.
Drop some coins.
Leading with a bribe. Well, better than the ones who lead with rifles.
Oh, no. You see,
Or
we
lead with
tend to get our hands dirty if we do things that way.
Yeah.
We don't need to do it that way.
Yes, it's better to just give you whatever you want.
whatever I want.
Well, what you want is that. And he points to the coins.
Oh. Here's the difficulty. I'm guessing you're not here for heavy lifting, obviously, or you want to come to me. You're not here for anything I have in my current possession, or you'd be talking to someone who could just give it to you without any fuss of paperwork. Meaning it's paperwork you're here for.
Bingo.
The paperwork I'm managing, though this is a generous sum, and I recognize the generosity of the sum. The money that this paperwork controls is worth far more than that. Now, I'm not going to see a penny of it, but if something shows up in the paperwork is wrong, I get in a lot of trouble.
Of course.
But you mentioned anything.
He leans over, puts his hand on his shoulder. And I want to help you with that. Yeah. Please, this is too formal. Please stand up and come hither. And
He stands up like, oh, and this is the part where I get stabbed.
and I am going to spend a hero point to lure another character into a private room and later leave said private room without him, removing him from the scene he may be, and we're going to rob the shit out of him.
Okay. So Demetrius,
And I pick up the bag of coins, and it's like, I want to offer you a great deal. I know a man like you. You're just smart. You understand that.
Demetrius
risk
has removed
and
the wharf master from the room.
wow.
Cece, if you will.
The
Mhm.
minute he's out of the door, she's digging through the desk. Where's the paperwork? Where's the paperwork?
Looking for shipping logs. Ooh, this is
Okay, go ahead. This is going to be about time. So go ahead. So no risk of injury here. I'm not going to give you like the world's worst paper cut. But so wits and scholarship for those who are digging through the paperwork. Because it's just a matter of how good are you at recognizing how data is being compiled and finding what you need in the map. Asgeir, what are you up to?
Keeping the door shut.
Okay.
Like,
So basically standing guard. Yeah, that's not a risk. So
Yeah.
What is your notice?
my notice is 1.
Okay. I will keep that in mind. And so a 4 and a 2. So this is on a 4, this is going to get done even before Demetrius has a chance to come back from distracting this particular individual. Nikoletta, you are able Arnau, you are going to be able to find the ledger of ships, the names of the various tithe ships that use San Cristobal as a waypoint. There's not a ton of them because the tithe ships, basically the only tithe ships that stop over here are the ones that stop in Montaigne. There's the occasional one that will tour up the side, but they try not to get too close to Avalonian waters because they don't want to tempt objectionist attacks. But there are some, and you have a number of names, all pretentiously religious sounding.
We have the prophet's mercy. We have the wrath of the prophets. We have the prophet's third attempt at murder. Yada yada yada.
You do find one that is actually called the Glory of the Inquisition.
Oh, this is the one. This is the one that must be destroyed. This
Which is carrying the most? Which has the heaviest log?
well, There's one that passed through 6 months ago, but that one's no good. Would it be the Wrath of the Inquisition?
Sure.
Would you look at that? It's the Wrath of the Inquisition, the exact one I want to destroy. I got maybe carried away.
This is the one that tours Montaigne and gets a lot of gifts. You know that the nobility of Montaigne is largely agnostic to atheistic. However, that doesn't change that some of them want to get their name written in pretty words in important places. And one of the best ways to do that is to offer generous gifts to the church. So it's the most likely to have a diamond of the description that you can make up.
It's probably, this one is going to have a diamond on it that we probably need. Probably, most likely. So this is the one that we want to go to.
And with 4 successes, Nikoletta, you are able to locate the specific paperwork on the River Styx. And they were underselling the issue. It was not one sailing away without paying dock fees. There are a number of other crimes. The ship is technically impounded right now.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay. All right.
We're doing hella crime. We're good.
That's a lot. That's a big fine.
This is exactly why
you see murders and bar fights along the docks. Several counts of impersonating an inquisitor in various awkward situations.
Is there a fire somewhere nearby? A hearth of some kind?
There is.
There's going to be. You can't throw it away. We need to mark it as paid. That's all we need to do.
Let's look for a stop sign, I guess.
So,
all right. So what we have is a forgery that needs to be made, so that this will just appear to have been handled, including a receipt to hand to the captain. How were we going to go about crafting this forgery? At this point, Demetrius is back in the room and got to hear all the lovely things that this particular crew got into. Oh, and there are several counts of suspected piracy. Ships that they apparently crossed paths with and no one saw again.
Looking through the rest of the documents, I'm certain we can find ones written by the wharf master of him signing off on people paying fines, stuff like that, right? So he has. Mm-hmm. So we can definitely find copies of things that he's already written, probably with his signature, right?
Yep.
So it would be fairly easy then to probably make a forgery of his signature with a little bit of practice on some of the scrap paper that he has rolled around, so that way we can make certain that the final signature is fairly convincing.
All right. So for this, I'm going to need one person to make 2 rolls. Wits and notice to get a really good understanding of the forgery. So that will sort of determine how many potential successes you can get. And then resolve. And I'm going to let someone pitch what they want to use and why they would use it. But it has to be something about, actually, I'm going to say panache and something else for your pitch on what. And it has to be the same person. The same person has to master the signature and then bring it about.
Can I make an argument for scholarship and finesse?
Scholarship.
And I'm literally trying to get the stat. I feel like this one has some good scholarship.
It can stay at panache, but I'm definitely going to say for scholarship too, just for her penmanship classes.
How many dots of notice do you have, Nikoletta?
I've got 2 dots of notice, but if it's wits, I've got 3 in those.
Okay, so yeah, I think you've got the best. I think you've got the best chance.
Okay.
All right. So first your wits and notice, and again, these are 2 separate risks.
Sorry, I'm out of hero points. I only get 1.
I got you, Nikoletta. I'll toss you one.
Now, real quick, while the dice are being rolled, Asgeir,
Yeah.
you have a very particular relationship with pirates that you have had ever since your family vanished
Yes.
due to pirate attack. How is Asgeir dealing with this whole, we are bringing in pirates to get the work we want to do done?
He's been very quiet for a reason. Like, I'm wildly uncomfortable with this, but I also recognize the necessity of it all.
All right.
I mean,
And worse and worse, you get some pirates killed for doing something
no, it's like
spectacularly stupid.
we're sending them probably to what could be a death sentence. So the scales level out.
That's for your first roll.
5
Hell
on the
yeah.
first roll.
That's a fucking hero point well spent.
Nikki, how would you like to edit the scene to your benefit?
Girl.
And it can't affect the next risk.
Well, yeah,
that's
no.
still a thing you have to do, but something about your current surroundings.
I want to find this guy's wax seal to be able to add to these.
Fantastic. Yeah,
documents.
you are in possession of his wax seal.
Well, and we can utilize that.
He normally would not have left it out because of where he works, but he was a dummy, and you find it.
Cool.
And now I'm going to give you a hero point for this next roll, Nikki von Ricky.
Finesse and scholarship.
Nikki von Richter.
That means I have to hunt down more dice in a memento.
oh yeah.
If I even have that many D10s in my possession. Oh, look, there's one.
I love making it so that you need to find more dice.
It's panache and scholarship, right? 2, 3,
Mm-hmm.
4, 5, 6. Hero point. All right, cool. That is all of my D10s.
Yeah.
Note to self: get Kelsey more detail.
Somebody doesn't play enough World of Darkness games, apparently.
Look, I'm trying, all right? I don't need your shit.
In her defense, she did just move.
Yeah, fair.
Math. Oh, God, math. 7, 8, 9, 10. 16, 21, 31, 34. That's another 5.
All right. Okay. Well, sweet.
What are you snickering about?
No, we just heard the count going and we're like, dang. Okay, so with another 5 successes, Demetrius, a talented forger, you treat like they're worth their weight in gold in the business, in the circles you've moved in, and you watch as Nikki flawlessly recreates the Dogmaster's signature. It's a little bit like the little, the cute little rabbit that used to have around suddenly proving to be like a master, criminal or something like that. You had no idea seeing this coming, and then here it is.
Nikki, you really impressed me. That is, I would not have had half as many bounties if I had you. Oh my.
My tutor was very insistent on good penmanship.
So proud.
So you have both the document, which you have placed in the ship's file, and you have the receipt of the document, which goes to the ship that they can present to the dock guard to show that they have paid off all of their fees. This is going to have been a massive, this isn't paying off a ship's fees. This is getting them out of jail. essentially. The crew has not been arrested yet. You do see note that they were about to be arrested.
If any of them ask who did the forging, you don't say a word.
Oh no, of course. Everyone has their secrets. They cannot know how we operate. Just know that we get results.
He was already eyeballing me. I don't want any more attention that I have to have.
Of course.
It
Don't worry.
will only be mentioned that you do forging next moot for the Vesta Mignavignar to make certain that everyone knows that I have the best goddamn forger this side of the continent.
Can Demetrius get a hero point? In the sense not in the I'm in love now, but just like, oh my god. Oh no. You're the guy.
No, because it's definitely you fall in love at an inopportune moment. Now, if Demetrius is falling in love with Nikki at this point, it doesn't get more inopportune. So, if you want to deal with that consequence,
No,
I'll
I'm
give
talking
it to
about
you.
You
But,
don't you dare sing that evil on me. I will find you.
All right. You all walk out. Demetrius, I'm going to say just for the flavor of what happened with the gentleman, he clearly had something in mind. That something in mind was there was a girl he really wanted to talk to and couldn't get up the
nerve
courage to address her. And so you gave him a little
taught him everything. I taught him my disarming smile.
You gave him a few lines, and as you saw when you left the bar where she is a tavern maid, and it's not a good place because it's on the docks and it's open at 3 a.m. He looked like he was doing okay.
Hey.
Oh.
The boy fell in love with a brothel worker. That's
Oh no. Oh,
They find
no.
love too.
That poor boy.
There will be consequences of this later. Maybe not in this campaign, but there will be consequences of this.
you know what? Not an us problem.
It's nice when you do something good.
Right along.
And
You just played bitch.
You all walk out. The dock workers don't seem to particularly care, and you now have. That was really quick. So you have like 3 hours before the captain is supposed to get up. Do you just go to the ship and wait for him to wake up, or do you go at the appointed time? What are y'all thinking?
I mean, I can wait drinking with the crew upstairs. I don't.
Let's go drinking with the crew. Celebrate their success and their lack of crime, and know that it is the Dawnlight Reapers who have saved them from their fate.
Yeah, pirates talk.
Pirates do talk.
Just be careful that you all don't. I have a letter to write.
Oh yes, letter, and then of course letters.
I also have a letter to write.
Yeah.
With the newly, hopefully soon reunified Eisen, my boyfriend, who will hopefully be on the Noble City Council. I can.
You are so excited.
Things are looking up on ACCIC.
We're back in business, and ain't it grand?
Oh, the trade routes in Eisen are going to have my name on them.
so. Once we create this distraction, we are just sailing on by. Yes.
Small
I mean,
boat, something like
We could
can
also
get-
attempt to sink one of the treasure fleets, yes.
I think the idea was to allow them to behave as distraction. We slip in as quietly as possible and unnoticed, if possible.
we coordinate with them on when they are going to attack the boats, best opportune time, and when they are doing that, we do our thing a little bit after, as people are being sent out to deal with them.
We could also maybe attempt to get some funds from this assault.
Oh no. I am certain we will find plenty of things to steal at a prison that hosts princes.
Good point. Good point. You're right. We can do that.
I'm just thinking perhaps we should ready the ship for when we need to be ready.
Yeah.
I think
We do not want to stay.
leave the ship here, right? We don't want to take the ship into the port. That feels like a bad idea.
Well, then we need to find another ship.
Yes. Well, maybe our new friends will be so gracious. I'm pretty sure they have access to ships that don't have that have loose paperwork.
Or at least
There's
know where we
actually
can get
there's
them.
also like a smaller ship that is not like rigged for long travel, but is just sort of quick in and out. A smuggler vessel, basically. They are like basically constantly for sale. Those things change
Oh.
hands all the time, and
We'll take one to go.
Because of aforementioned smuggling.
But we probably
So-
do need to find a place to put the Dawn Light Breeze.
A good idea. We buy one of the sloop vessels. We take the sloop out. We use it to sneak in underneath the cover of darkness. We acquire our target. We're still in the dock. We acquire our target. We take them out onto the boat. We drive the boat out. We sink the boat. We make them think that the boat has sunk. They think that we're all dead. In reality, the Dawnlight Breeze was waiting for us. We get on the Dawnlight Breeze. We sink the boat. We make it look like it's been a fatal accident. And our favorite target is now under our possession.
Love
and
it.
remember, you have Sam on the Dawnlight Breeze, and so it can operate independently while you all are elsewhere and has before. You don't want to send it on like a high risk mission, but if it's just a matter of keeping it moving, doing legitimate business until you all are ready to go. Of course, if you need it in a specific place at a specific time for a rapid retreat, that's something different. So
We can coordinate with Sam and Bob to have it where we need it.
They have been
that's right,
capable
it's
in the
Bob, not
past.
Sam.
They've been very capable.
So
Alrighty.
you
I will go see about procuring this smaller vessel.
okay. Asgeir, how do you go about purchasing such a vessel? What's your approach? You obviously have access to funds, but how are you leading yourself into this conversation about it?
I'm looking for something small, fast. Looking for it now.
All right, so give me your wits and sailing. So this is just you basically going, that's the boat I want. How much money do you need in order to give it to me?
And not ask me a bunch of questions.
Yeah, you're looking more at the boats, not at the paperwork.
Yeah.
I would give you a hero point, but I do not have one.
Take a hero point.
This is where I would put my hero point. If I had one.
I could try something and then fail it, and then I've got two for you.
Perfect before you speak to the captain.
That's fine, because apparently Nikki and I got good luck.
That's what we'd like to hear.
That's 4.
4. On 4 raises.
The
you
3 I
find-
grabbed for the hero point all came up.
Hell yeah.
Nice. You see the ship you want, and you walk up, and you are walking in with Vendel League energy, and the captain has no problem right away. Do you all need a crew or?
Oh no. He's Asgeir's looking at it. This seems like something like the 4 or 5 of us could manage, right?
Yeah.
No need.
All right. He makes. Arnau, you will suspect that Asgeir got a bit overcharged because he more went on ship quality and not, how can I get the best sell? But it's not bad. He had a good enough understanding of the ship that he knew.
Sometimes
He knew
you
what
pay
it
people not to ask questions.
and paying them well is a good way because they don't want anyone challenging the sale, and then maybe they have to give the money back. So you are in possession of the ship. Meanwhile, the gangplank comes back down, and everyone who is returning to the River Styx gets invited up on the deck and into the captain's chambers, surrounded all around by some of the most notorious pirates you have learned operating around the Sea of Castile. And with that, we are going to take a quick break. We're going to give some intros and some other programs that we are running on the channel, and we will be back with you soon. And welcome back. You are led into the captain's quarters, and it is elaborate in here. There are hung tapestries that you recognize Demetrius, you from your time doing crime in Verity would recognize tapestries that were almost doubtlessly stolen from the Crescent Empire. You see quite a few values, a couple of which might have passed through your hands at some point, or at least something similar. This is clearly a collector and someone who considers himself to be a fan of the finer things in life. And stepping forward, he's like, hello, all. And he himself is a tall, powerfully built, obviously Numenari. He's got that strong, we would see it as sort of that kind of darker Mediterranean coloring. And as he looks at you all in his fine attire, but also not foppish. This guy is not trying to pass as a Montanian lord. He's a man who, though he clearly likes the finer things in life, he also wants it made immediately clear to everyone working for him that he will draw that massive cutlass that he's wearing on his belt and use it without too much hesitation. And he looks at you all and goes, I am Alexandros Ioannidis. I am captain of the River Styx. And I understand that you all have handled a particular paperwork situation we had. I would like to see the proof of this, if you do not mind.
Nikoletta?
She's like half hiding behind Demetrius. What the hell did I tell you?
I reach out and I grab the paperwork and show him.
He reaches out and looks it over. All bills paid.
Yes, very generous of you.
I am assuming you were not simply carrying this sort of loose coin with you, or I would be very disappointed that my man sent you off the ship in possession of it. And he hands it over to the first mate, Costa Papas, who takes it and bows and takes it above for when it's demanded in the morning. And he walks over and sits back on his desk looking at you all. Now, for most pirate captains, the very idea of doing work in Vatacine Bay is suicide. It is protected by agreements from the Castilian Navy, the many merchant princes and their powers, and of course, not least, the faithful privateers of the Vatacine. He smiles. But I have never yet plucked one of the tithe ships. What is the name of the ship?
The Wrath of the Inquisition.
That ship could be bringing wheat, and it would be worth it for the name alone. He walks around his desk and sits in the chair and leans back. Now, the arrangement is we acquire a particular diamond for you, and the rest of the ship's bounty remains ours. Is that correct?
As well as potential consideration for future contracts.
And to add, the only other thing is you tell us when you hit it.
He looks at you. Now that is an interesting piece of information to have, because of course, once one of the tithe ships is hit, all chaos will erupt in the bay. A price of a significant amount will be placed on whatever pirate did it. I will see to it they do not have precise information, but that will not stop the price from being placed. And all of the bay will be in chaos. And as none of you seem particularly surprised by that information, he stands up and walks to a bookshelf that he has on the side, and he's going through. Nikoletta, you all have already spotted several very rare books that are clearly part of this guy's just kind of posturing collection. And as he's looking through everything, he pulls out a smaller record book and opens it and starts kind of looking through it. This is a risky endeavor. Now, the risk does not frighten, but it does add caution. I would like to know who I am working with. After all, you know my name and the name of my ship. A sort of good faith on what we are dealing with. What your goal is in the chaos that this will cause, that is your own business. I will not ask, nor will my crew. But I do wish to know with whom I am doing business.
The Decisoros.
At first, he gives kind of a disgusted look. But then he tilts his head and leans forward. You're not talking about the winery.
The
That was
family.
always only your... What is your name?
Arnau Cecero, proper head of the Cecero family. And I have a bone to pick with the Inquisition.
You do. I met your father once. I am honored to be one of the few men he ever had a death mark on who survived. The business was handled amicably. I have no bitterness. He was a professional. In an era where so few remain professionals, that gives me reason to think well on the son that did not run to hide in the skirts of the church. But you are not all Ceceros. He looks to Asgeir. Wait, Asgeir is not there. Never mind. Asgeir is doing the work. He looks to Demetrius. And you?
I'm the ghost.
No. The ghost is dead, or at least retired.
I felt like shaking the dust off.
There are some in Vodachi that would pay heavily to know that you are operating again. They will not hear it from me. I do not trade in the names of customers.
I
It's bad
appreciate
for
that.
business. But
Don't worry. They're gonna find out soon.
are you sure you want this? You got out. That is rare. You stick a pinky back in. The sea will drag you to the bottom.
Vodachi's gonna know that the ghost is coming back. And they're gonna work for me. Or they're gonna move.
You're going to attempt to unify the princes?
If they want to get in line,
Bold. And the last of your little band. He looks to Nikoletta.
Nikoletta von Richter.
You are all so full of surprises. Even on the seas, we've heard the name of the von Richters. Correct me if I'm wrong. Your family is known for impeccable honor and ethic, yes?
We are servants of the people, no more, no less.
I appreciate a noble who knows how to get the job done, even if it is the sort of thing family might normally turn their nose up at. And again, I do not share the names of my customers. I have been successful enough that it would cost me more than it would gain, whatever money might be on your names. My men have informed me that the fourth of your band is acquiring another boat. Wise not to attach your ship to it. We will need a rendezvous point where you can receive the diamond. Obviously, Vadisine Island itself is out. And he pulls out a map. Now, typically, doing this sort of work, my recommendation would be the City of Five Sails. Far enough away from the island itself that any attempt to chase would require a good amount of time, and criminal deals are like rats' warrens and Five Sails. It would be almost impossible to detect. But with the chaos we are going to be ensuing, it would be unnecessary danger to my ship to go that deep into the bay and then sail out again. My personal recommendation would actually be Bernoulli on the southern coast of Vodacce. A bit of a trip for a ship as small as the one you all are purchasing. However, he has the look of a skilled sailor about him. We meet there. We toast your victory and your chaos. We exchange goods. You decide if you have another job for me or not. And we depart as friends.
And allies.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. What was that?
And allies.
He smiles. Allyship. My patronage, my employ is for coin. My allyship is something more. However, if something should happen during that time that makes me think you are dependable as more than a business partner, then we shall see. You all have a veneer of respectability upon you, and possibly even more beneath, and he gives a look to Nikoletta. Nobility is often a burden in my line of work. However, those who truly carry it, those who can be trusted upon to keep their deals, they are valuable. And so should you prove to be that, an allyship might be possible. But of course, I will not promise. You promise a business contract. You do not promise friendship. That either happens or it does not.
First we try, then we trust.
Just so. I should warn you all. He stands. You are creating trouble for the pirates. Numenari will not care greatly, and even if they did, they are too divided. Labuka, on the other hand, the Pirate Brotherhood, they may take personal offense. Again, they will not find your name from me or my crew, but stories have a tendency of spreading. This raid will be legendary. And legends, like the ghost, are very difficult to hide.
What if we gave you a name to give them? Tell them the Black Rose Society is making moves.
He freezes at that and looks at you all. You tell me right now, Nikoletta von Richter. How do you know that name? And what business have you with the Black Rose Society?
We have no business with them. We have a vendetta.
Vendetta. As your friend, the ghost, can tell you. is absolutely business. What is the source of the vendetta?
That's a lot of questions for someone who's good at not asking too many.
I believe it was what you said. Well, as what I just said. First we try, then we trust.
I trust a business partner to do the business. But when they bring gunpowder barrels and stick them in my hold, I ask questions.
Oh, I assure you, they will not come after you over this nonsense. They are making moves, that is a fact.
They're
If you-
already coming after us. This will be of no difference in the current situation as it stands. You will not be caught up in that. They'll know it's us, but obviously,
Oh,
A
they will
society-
know it's us.
a society like them will not be willing to spread their name about. Their name is already getting spread. They're going to try to go quiet. So,
It is bad business to invoke them. And they have ways of punishing those who misbehave. We will leave their name out of this for now. But if, when we meet and exchange the successful endeavors of this mission, perhaps we can discuss how you know them. They have been a thorn in our side for some time, but one that we have learned it best not to provoke. That said, were there a way to remove the thorn, you might have my attention.
then this alliance will benefit us both.
He stands and puts the book back down and looks at you. Tell me, Arnau Cecero, if you knew that a business partner of yours was essentially a dead man walking, how would that change how you did business with them?
I'd ask to prove if they were really a dead man walking. No one's dead until that last moment. They continue to do business until the day that they die. And then I'd fleece them for all they're worth with a life insurance policy, of course.
Be very careful how you invoke that name, especially in the Minari. We fought hard for our freedom, and some would simply kill you, throw you overboard, and hope the matter never came up. You would be better off waving a flag saying, "We buy Dracheneisen," where the cruise writer would be willing to find it. Now, I suggest we forget this last bit of the conversation.
Agreed. But, nonetheless,
We will do our due diligence to make sure we have the most opportune window of attack on the wrath of the Inquisition. It will be 2 weeks of asking around at our usual ports of call. And then we can either meet you back here or near Puerto del Sur on the eastern side of the Castilian Peninsula to give you the precise date of attack. Is this sufficient?
in Puerto del Sur. Yes, this is sufficient.
He gives a nod. Then, now sun is rising, best you all make yourselves scarce. The Inquisition seems to be particularly riled up. I was not looking forward to handling this matter, And he shows it all to you. In fact, I rather think my first mate was... well, that's right. He sent it away. Getting a hold of that piece of paper you brought to me, I was not looking forward to. In fact, I rather suspect my first mate gave it to you all as a joke, figuring a few days spent rotting in prison would teach you all not to just randomly ask pirate crews to take on such foolhardy endeavors. Your success meant this was a legit business opportunity, so I look forward to getting started. A good day to you all.
Good day.
You all, the crew makes way for you. They don't leave right away. They take you out on the crew, and again, Uzo is being offered around to those who are there. You're getting the feeling with like the Numenari, they always feel open and generous, but it has that feeling of like the person who smiles a little bit too widely all the time. Like, yes, they're being friendly on the surface, but there's always that suspicion that they might be about to go for your neck.
They're definitely eyeing you up, seeing how much money you're carrying to rob you later. Don't meet them in a dark alley.
Demetrius, you would have known that among the merchant princes, there was always they're just rabble. We're the real deal now. Their time is in the past. But the general word among the ones who fought them was, they are killers with the manners of a rabbit.
Yep.
You are sure you have them until there's a knife in your gut. So
Stand up, guys.
yeah.
I'm surprised you don't get along with them better, Demetrius.
Oh, if I wanted to, we'd be having a whole party. I was actually halfway. Well, I guess because it was early, they didn't want to drink, because that's normally how you end deals like this. Usually, I was a little bit, offended, but yeah.
Well,
You got the impression like he was reaching for the bottle to serve you all, and then someone said Black Rose Society, and he was like, "We got some more to talk about."
Like, just for the sake of it, like Demetrius was like, "Yeah," and then he pulled it back. Oh.
Around the time you all are going back down the gangplank, and again, it is, and they are getting immediately into preparations. This crew is in an hour. You know that the River Styx will not be there anymore. They are getting out when they thought they were going to be fighting off guards this morning, and they're like, "We're gonna go. We're gonna go. We're just go." So they are putting off almost as soon as your feet touch the ground, and they're able to hand a dockmaster the sheet. And then right around then, you see Asgeir coming up, having made his purchase. This is a deep water dock, so the sloop is further away.
All righty.
You're all still alive. I trust things went well.
Of course.
I
Made a swimmingly deal with a notorious pirate.
I trust things went well with you. Asgeir, did you manage to acquire said sloop?
Yes, of course.
Can I see the receipt? How much did you pay? Please tell me do not bankrupt us for a sloop.
No, of course not. Hands it over. I simply paid a little extra so that nobody asks any questions.
Well, it's not heart attack inducing, so
Nothing we can't recover from.
you're right.
New sloop.
Especially when we get your diamond back.
Yes.
Also, where do we want to stash, if we are retrieving the prince, where do we want to stash him? And you write that letter to, I think it said Rodrigo?
We are not retrieving anyone officially. Once we acquire our target,
I'm
I'm assuming we're just alone.
You're in a private place, like
Yeah.
Let's see, we're discussing every other aspect of this except what was this.
so well, this is the thing that if this gets out, we're dead. If we're attempting to acquire the king, there's no guarantee we will have an opportunity to acquire him ourselves.
No.
However, if we do see an opportunity, even for a moment, we knock out the king, we drag him into the back of our sloop, and we take off running.
But where do we put him? Because we cannot bring him to our meet with the Numenari.
And that's where our next deal comes in. I told them we were waiting for a new contract. We're not going to
Handing
tell
the
them
prince
we have
to
a
the
king.
Numenari does not sound like a great idea.
We're not going to tell them we have a king. We're going to tell them we have a hostage for ransom. And the silent, I almost said council, but that's not correct. The
Silent assembly.
The silent assembly, underneath the name of Rodrigo, will pay what you ask. And they will.
Just hear me out. Maybe we write the letter to his sister and let him know that we will have, if we have him, we could do a handoff in a port nearby. Get him out of our way as fast as possible. Because I look at that as a very hot piece of merchandise. We need to fit. He is the thing we are fencing, and we need to get him off of our back as fast as possible.
And he will be safer in the hands of pirates as a pirate himself.
I assure you he will not be. That is too much money for any single pirate. You could cause a mutiny on the ship.
If his name is known. If they know who he is, you're correct.
Oh, now, a king is not going to pass as a pirate.
You'd be surprised when he is a good Castilian.
He's a teenager.
And
as we just did a job near Vaticine, they're not dumb.
And what is more common than teenage pirates?
The ones that look like they were princes?
Teenage dupes that get caught.
They usually have a missing tooth, my guy.
We can make certain he has a missing tooth.
Hey,
we can do. We're kidnapping a prince. I don't think we're going to. Depending on how brainwashed he is, he may not come with us willingly.
Yeah, and we'll deal with that if that problem arises. But I just think the handoff to be with his sister, and not with the Numenari.
Fine, we can hand him off separately, but that means we will need to split up. You can take him you and myself and Verity, as well as Nikoletta, can take him on the Dawnlight Reaper. The two of you can go meet the pirate captain and acquire the diamond.
I think since you was the one doing most of the talking, you should be there with Mr.
We should be able to do this in time. This is all happening rather rapidly, so the time it will take us to do the handoff should not put us too far behind. He does want us to meet him in southern side of Adachi.
It is a separate city, yeah.
Yes, so that's going to take us some time to get there anyway. So he's already going to be prepared to wait. We do the drop off, and then we make our way for our exchange. We can stop off and we can start beginning doing our, modes of influence. So we'll be next to my hometown. I'm actually from Villanova, so we would pass it.
All right. As I said, I have concerns with holding on to the prince ourselves, even for a brief time. But dropping him anywhere else in Castile other than with the assembly themselves is not going to go well. But if you believe that this is a good plan, then I will follow this for now and voice my disconsent if we do manage to acquire the king.
Of course. And honestly, it's not a great plan, to be perfectly honest with you. It's just...
This entire plan is not a great plan.
This is bad ideas wrapped together. There are a variety of bad ideas, but we tend to succeed.
This is not good in this desperation.
But please keep...
Some of those are our best plans.
All right. So the tide is turning right around now. The River Styx is already out to water. This is a good time to leave if you all wish to. If not, you're going to need to wait for the next. You've got a couple hours window to head out now, though a sloop is small enough that you all could get out with oars. If you were desperate to go now, though, obviously that's slow going. So are you all planning to take a day in San Cristobal and get up to other stuff, or are you all hitting the water now?
I distinctly remember Arnau wanting to go get herbs.
Yeah.
Mm,
And we
herbs
got
that-
letters to write, so I would say we do the day, and and then correspond with the Dawnlight, make sure we're still taking that
Okay.
day.
Yeah. Make certain that the Dawnlight Breeze is ready to pick us up at a certain port, so that way they can take care of things. Who knows? We might have the Dawnlight Breeze take the king back. Who knows? We'll see if that is something that happens. Again, there's no guarantee we'll even get the king at this point.
We are on Plan G at this point.
Okay, so what orders are you giving to the Dawnlight Breeze? Bob? I mistakenly called him Sam. My apologies to Sam's everywhere. It's saying that it is the equivalent of Bob.
It's
We
his
got a
last
Bob, we got a Daryl, we got a Marshall.
Yeah, that's right. You have Bob and Daryl. Bob, your crew's ready to go, and Daryl's ready for some work.
Daryl, I have a job for you.
What you got for me, sir?
So, I want you to gather some Marshall, the other.
There we go.
I need the two of you to gather some information for me.
Just any information?
No, I'm going to give you details now.
Oh,
I
I
need
feel
you.
like you could have led with that. I don't know.
This is a reminder that I spared both of your lives. I need you to do some looking for me. Now, Bob is going to be leaving, so you're going to have to travel by foot. I need you to gather a little bit of information on my family winery. I need you to find out who's running it now, if they have any dirty secrets, and I need you to bring that information back to me in the immediate. Once you are able to gain this information on them, again, you're not going to tell them who sent you. I am obviously a much better master than your last one was, but pretend like I was the last one that you would talk to. The one who we're pretty sure was going to kill you when you came back. That kind of stuff. Pretend like I'm as scary as that person is.
Well, no, isn't he illiterate? He goes over to Marshall from the island. I'm like, Marshall, where'd you get that?
I admit I got lost at the part where we pretend that he's as deadly as our last boss.
Don't worry about it. Just remember, you're going to go find out who's running my winery.
We see who's running the winery.
You find out if they have any dirty secrets. Then you
Find the winery. Do they have any dirty secrets?
You go to where the Dawnlight Breeze is going to be docked. And I'm assuming we've picked a dock nearby. I'm assuming we picked a dock nearby that we're going to meet the Dawnlight Breeze at, potentially. It's going to be that. It's going to be that dock, whichever one we're going to. Name the dock. You're going to travel by horse there. You're going to take this coin to buy horses.
That's a lot better than on foot. Daryl's
You
like,
can use Marco.
You said on foot first, and that was going to be a long walk. Thank you for the horses. That's real considerate of you, sir.
Of course, I am a good.
There's that one horse down in the.
If you touch him, I will. If you touch him, you know the man that I cut his arm off.
Yeah,
he's going to look like he down there in the brig is going to look like heaven compared to what I will do to you if you touch the one horse
Well,
down.
I mean,
It-
not to be offensive, sir. This is Daryl, but he's been down in that hold for like a while now, and looks like he could use some exercise.
I mean, Marco could use exercise too. I don't know. I don't think Verity would part with sugar, but
If you may touch my horse, but if Mordaunt has even a speck of an injury, you will not know peace. There will be no place where you will know peace. You will see the light of the prophet and the
So don't get him
All-Father.
reshoed then, because you know they got to nail those in.
No, you can get him reshoot. That's fine. In fact, use some of the money too. I need to get him reshoot anyway. But
You do. Like he needed to be reshoot like a month ago.
he did. It's kind of an issue. Mordaunt has been fussy though, and he will kick anybody who attempts to reshoot him. That's just his nature. He did kill one of my best farriers at one point. But it's just Mordaunt. It's fine.
Okay.
Don't reshoot him yourself, please. I like you too much.
No. I'll take him to. I know a guy.
That's more
Okay.
concerning.
We go to your family winery. We find out if they got any secrets, and then we rendezvous. I spent time in Montaigne. We rendezvous with the Dawnlight Breeze.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
And
Oh, and we get and we take Mordaunt, and then you buy another horse. We get him reshoot, but no other injuries. What if his tail and mane are also getting a little wild? Like, could we? I know people say don't hurt a hair on his head, but maybe he could use a good brushing.
if he is stabbed or an arrow is sticking out of him or he is shot with a bullet, you will die. If you brush him, if he is not mortally wounded, you are fine. If you brush him, you keep him clean, you do all that stuff, wonderful. But if he is mortally wounded, your head will be severed from your spine.
So if he hurts his leg, don't shoot him.
No, Jesus, no.
I mean, because once the horse has got a broken leg, it's kind of over. I mean, then he's just suffering.
That's a myth, first off. Secondly, they very much can be treated. Secondly, if he is injured, most of the time it's not going to be a broken leg. Do you know how hard it is to actually break a horse's leg? Do you know how actually hard it is?
Not very hard if the injury comes from an outside source. Horses' legs are kind of bad at being horses' legs. Almost as bad as human knees are at being humans' knees. My grandpappy, man, he would tell you all about it. Like, I mean, you knew the weather by the way his knees were popping when he would wake up in the morning. It worked. You remember the big storm that hit the northwest coast of Montaigne? He knew it was coming like a week ahead of time. Craziest thing.
I like you, Daryl.
I like you too, Demetrius Penn.
Daryl, you never cease to entertain me.
I like you too, sir. You're great. Other than that time you cut off my toe, you are top notch.
Technically, Demetrius Penn cut off your toe.
That's fair.
That's true. I kind of passed out a little bit from the pain, and so I didn't quite recall. But thank you for correcting me. It was it's a great cut, sir. It's healed beautifully.
Yeah, it is. And now you have a cool story. You can when you're at the
got
bar.
my toe cut off by Demetrius Penn. There are girls who would buy me drinks for knowing that.
Yes.
So we go to the winery.
You go to the winery.
We find out any dirty secrets you had there.
Not me. They have. They have. You'll find out a lot of dirty secrets. You'll find out a
But if
lot
your
of men.
winery isn't the one running it.
No,
Would those be your secrets?
no.
So it's not your winery.
It is my winery. It is my winery. I do not currently possess it, but it is my winery. Demetrius, stop me.
Yeah.
Stop me now. Stop me.
It's okay. It's okay. Oh no, it's okay. It's really terrible, isn't it? But it's fine. It's fine. We will reclaim the
So
Cicero winery.
We go to what was formerly the Cecero winery, and we find the dirty secrets of the people who are running it, though they shouldn't be. Right?
Yes,
Am I reading it right?
that is
Okay.
correct.
And then we go, and then we go and we meet with the ship and Sam. No, Bob. We meet with Bob. Bob Sam. Robert Samuel is his name.
Yeah.
He's from Abilene.
Yes. Oh no, I think this is a brilliant idea. What could go wrong?
I think this is a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
I think this is a brilliant
But-
idea.
Oh, and we get to take more Dot on a nice ride.
Yes.
You hear
But
that,
don't
Dot?
but
Honest to God,
don't
Arnau,
buy
you're
another
not
horse.
Winnie.
But don't buy another horse. Use Marco.
Okay, Marshall, you should take Marco. He's nicer with you.
Yeah, be nice with somebody.
I've been
Marco,
I've been liking y'all's horses. It's sad they don't get out more.
Yeah.
it is sad. They need to get out more, and so that's why I'm letting you ride them. Remember, again, if a hair on Mordanta's head is harmed,
You see, now we're back to hair, and if we're doing proper grooming, sir, he's going to lose a few hairs. It's kind of what the brush is. I don't know that you understand horses. Like, you're obviously great at all the stuff you do, but like
you.
and Marshall's like tapping his shoulder and be like, Daryl, I think we should go. Daryl, I think we should go.
I'm glad you hired him, Arnau. This is
I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill Asgeir. I'm going to kill him. Please, you have to
no,
stop me.
No.
Oh, and
can't.
Daryl comes up and slaps Arnau on the back head. Oh, he doesn't mean anything by it. When he says he's going to kill you, I'm pretty sure it's a sign of affection.
Daryl. You are his absolute favorite.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Captain, sorry. I was more an army guy myself.
Totally fine.
Technically, he's still a sir because he's the great Jarl of them all.
Not yet. I'm not married yet, but we're getting there.
Yeah,
Jarl. That's one of those. Is that like Earl?
It's closer
Close
to a
enough.
king, like a king, a petty king. Think of it as like a.
He-
Think of it as
he
close to
slaps-
like a duke.
He slaps Asgeir on the back. Take care, Captain Earl. And he walks on out to do what he.
You know what? I've been called worse.
That's amazing.
I'm gonna get that man so drunk when this is over.
Oh,
If he
And not
survives.
notice any difference. Anyway, he's the same. He's just the same. All right. So that all gets handled. The Dawnlight Breeze has its orders. They're going to be doing
Arnau
some
has a
trade.
fucking aneurysm.
I've never met someone so dumb they don't understand a figure of speech.
yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, Daryl's not winning any tests in the near future.
Hey, we figured out Bob's last name finally.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Robert Samuel, Bob Sam for short.
They are all reliable, and that's all we need them to be.
Oh, Bob's pretty intelligent. He runs the ship when we're away.
Well,
Marshall's not too bad.
this is true.
It's
Daryl
really
is
just Daryl.
Daryl's, yeah.
Daryl is very capable in an armed physical conflict.
He
Not
wasn't that capable.
Daryl is
Look.
the man whose toe you cut off and isn't seeking vengeance. That is reason enough.
I can beat many people ass naked. He was capable of giving me a run for my money for just a moment.
I'm not sure I want to know about your escapades.
Daryl's head sticks in the window. Wait, when you say that, do you mean no?
He gets jerked by marshals. All right, we have letters to write and herbs to acquire.
Yeah.
All right. The herbs are easy enough to acquire. It's a major port city. And again, the greatest poisons are also medicinal, so it's all a matter of dosage. So no real challenge. And since you have a full day and you're not racing the tide, no reason particularly to roll for it. Those of you who are writing letters, let's do a quick run around, starting with Arnau. What are the details of the letter you're writing?
So he's writing a letter to his I already forget, Ezekiel. He's writing a letter to Ezekiel.
That boyfriend whose name I totally know.
The boyfriend whose name I totally didn't forget and blank on the moment that I was asked who I'm writing a letter to. He's writing a letter to Ezekiel. He's been writing letters regularly to him anyways, but this one is one that's a little bit more business oriented, being like, hey, so here's what we did. I'm also doing this thing where we're looking to where we think we finally figured out where we need to go next. If you can rally support for me amongst noble lords, I'll be very grateful. You are my dearest, my sun and my moon, and I can't wait to see you again. Your dearest, Arnau Cecero. Basically, kissing up, but in a romantic way that he would buy. Then as well, he's also writing a letter to the Vendel League, telling them about letting them know that their message was received, talking about the assassins. Their message was received. You were correct. I had overstepped my bounds. However, there is an opportunity I would like to present to some of the other merchant lords. I believe there are opportunities in Vedachi that will be coming up to expand our own reach amongst the merchant princes, and I'd like to have a meeting with some of the local merchants there. Dearest Arnau Cecero, faithful member of the Vendel League and faithful ally. Those would be the two letters that he would be writing. He wouldn't be writing to anybody else.
All right, Nikoletta, how about you?
Nikoletta is writing a letter to Klaus. It just very simply states, Herr Klaus, I hope this letter finds you well. My companions and I have run into a bit of trouble, and given your association with the college, I wondered if I might impose upon your intellect. We've run amok of Fae now, as well as mutations born of Fae magic. Normally, I would not trust this sort of information to just anyone, but Edmund trusts you, and as such, so do I. Warm regards, Nikoletta von Richter.
Do you leave him any contact information on where any information he finds can reach you?
Yes. How to respond and what city we're likely to be at the next.
Where do you feel like you're most likely to be?
Oh shoot, Demetrius, you mentioned Villanova, right?
Yep, that is. If the beat up point is, I think you said
Bernoulli. Yeah, Bernoulli is the meetup point, and Villanueva is right there.
Yeah, so Villanova.
Villanova.
Yeah.
Villanova. I want to say it correctly. What is it?
No, you are correct. It is Villanova. I've been saying Villanueva, but it's Villanova.
All right, cool.
Yeah, should tell him Villanova. Do you know of any taverns or such that I might tell him to adjust?
Oh, you have to. Well, of course, there's the best fish and chips tavern in all of Thea.
She'll fill in that tavern information.
Yeah.
Klaus, at some point you and I will chat about what his response to that will be. And Klaus is also our producer. And capable of the truest of evil. Any letters coming from Demetrius?
The ninth letter will be to his mom. And saying he is making his way around. Unfortunately, it is a business trip, but maybe business that is a little bit more noble than what Dad would expect. But he would like to see and kind of give a brief, not any details of the danger and summaries, but since we wrote a letter not too long ago talking about Nikki, talking about Arnau, Asgeir, which are more personality types, and would mention Verity as well. Kind of letting his mom know he's okay and he's around good people. He would also write a letter to I don't know the name of this, but his contacts and Bernoulli, and reaching out saying that the ghost is returning. I need a lay of the land. I want to know who's running shows, who's in dire needs, because when I get there, I need a sit rep. Whatever favor that I am cashing in, and I'll wrap it with one of my throwing the oldest throwing dagger I would have used as a ghost, and kind of put that in, so they know there's a level of seriousness in my return.
Out of curiosity, in the letter to your mother, you said you mentioned Verity. How much do you say about Verity?
I am no real secret. There's a considering the kind of person Demetrius is believable. When you meet his mom, you can believe she can raise a child like that. So there's not. So he's gonna kind of woo about her a little bit.
All right, cool, noted. Does Asgeir have anything to write?
Yes, but it never leaves the ship.
Okay.
He writes a letter to Irsa and how he hasn't given up on her and how he's come closer to find her, and that he's going to be marrying the queen of them all, which is going to make her a princess. And that after all this, he is going to find her. And that gets folded up and stuck in a chest in his room atop many other letters.
As you are writing that and you're sealing it up, Newt walks in. And she sees you, casually kind of waves at you, and then goes to her little chest that you have set up in there, opens it up, and you can see her starting to put clothes and things into a bag. It's a little cloth sack that she has.
And what is all this?
We're leaving on the new ship soon, right?
There's no new ship, little one. This is... You remember those dangerous times where the grown-ups have to go alone?
Yeah, but you're going to be on a ship.
No, we're going to be on a boat. It's not really a ship. And I cannot risk you on this one. We're coming back to this one. And that's why Bob will need your help.
I mean, if it's only you all, then you're gonna need someone to help clean stuff up, right? And do all of that. I could help.
I know you could. But who's going to keep Nikoletta's books safe? Or take care of Verity's horse while we're away?
I saw that Daryl took Mordaunt and Marshall.
Yes. Look here. And he's going to start digging through some stuff and find just some kind of light colored cloth. Don't you think these would make excellent bows for Sugar's mane and tail?
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah, they would.
And that would be an amazing surprise for Miss Verity. Plus, as my adopted daughter, my ship is yours when I'm away, right? It has to stay in the family.
She stands up a little taller as you say that. Hey, it would be cool if I when I was tying the ribbons into Sucre's mane and tail, if I included a flower, if I tied a flower in there too, so she'd think it was from Demetrius.
That would. Hold on, I think I have something. And like, I'm sure we brought something aboard with like the spices and herbs. Like,
Would
this-
anyone have purchased flowers in the midst of all of this? Like, I'll believe if you say you did, but I'm asking.
Lavender is a sweet smelling herb.
Yes.
Okay.
Sweet-ish.
All right.
Okay.
So some of
Better
like lavender, like some of those herbs from Miss Nikoletta. Okay.
Yeah. It'll be a nice surprise.
All right. Am I ever going to get to come on those trips with you?
One day. Just this one. This one involves a lot of bad people.
Is it possible that you all are spending too much time around bad people and maybe should spend some more time around nice people?
That is entirely possible.
Okay. All right, Papa. Be safe.
Why do you think I'm going? I'm keeping the others safe.
So who keeps you safe?
The Allfather keeps me safe. And knowing I have to come back and answer to you if I get hurt.
You tell the Allfather that if he doesn't keep you safe, well, then I'm going to go and find you. And I was reading some of the books, and if anything happens to me, I'll tell Freya why I was doing it.
See? And he just like scoops up, like, you hear that? You said it. You better listen.
Okay. Irsa's still out there, right?
Of course. We're going to find her. Because what's better than one princess?
An army?
No, two princesses. And he boops her on the nose.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I'm still practicing with the sword.
Good. One day, you're going to best Demetrius at dueling.
Yeah. I am. And then he will go around and tell everyone
See? You know
about
how it
Newt
is.
Ironhand, the greatest duelist of the seas.
See, you're already better than him. Look at that.
All right. Okay. I'll stick around.
Plus, we're going to need someone to come pick us up. Only you and Bob can pull it off.
I'll help Bob keep everyone else in line. I'll miss Daryl though. He's funny.
He'll only be gone a little while.
Okay. All right. Oh, your travel chest. Most of the clothes are over there. And she points to a little pile that's like vaguely behind your bed. That's what I was going to hide into stowaway on. I'll put them back now.
You are sneakier than Arnau.
He actually helped me when I was asking him to, show me some things.
We're going to talk about that later.
All right. Any
Ow.
other last things that the group wants to get up to before you put out to sea?
Standard shopping, restock on weapons, get some cool Castile throwing knives. Get the whole set. I'm collecting.
Bullets.
You all do notice that the so here's a couple things. One, the Inquisition is like a kicked beehive right now. After everything that went down in the Hall of the Assembly. However, shortly thereafter, you start hearing words of a monster that was found in the sewers of the city, showing clear signs of cannibalism and wearing an Inquisition uniform. And this has created some aspirations against the true virtue of local inquisitors, and has turned into quite the scandal because magic was clearly involved. And what have the inquisitors been getting into in order to get involved with such magic? And surely this would be against the teaching of the prophets. And with nothing else to do, the next morning, sleep comes okay. They are looking for whoever kicked the nest, but they don't have a good, reliable description on any of you. And so none of you get run into. There are the most common description is of Arnau Cecero, who is apparently being held up as the whore of the heathen. And that name has been attached to several posters, and that are all very vague, as her face is always covered.
Souvenir.
Yeah.
Souvenir.
They can't even get my nose right.
And yet those people had the statue was infinitely more detailed.
We really should hire those islanders in order to do all portraits of me, quite honestly.
They were really good.
They were. And you know, I believe there's a story of the prophet of them marching on Vaticine Island. I think maybe they were right after all.
Oh man.
And as we draw back on this ship, the Scuttling Sparrow is the name on it, that no one has taken any time or effort to change, because why would you? You just sell it, shortly after you purchased it anyway. As you all start to board the Scuttling Sparrow, and it's very crypt, even like the Dawnlight Breeze is not a particularly big ship, and this is going to be positively cramped for the time you all will spend traveling on it. There isn't room for a whole lot of stuff. So be thinking before the next session on what you are bringing with you and what you are not. You're not going to have access to your full kit. As all that is loaded up, and you start sailing out, we draw back. Far over the sea, over Vaticine Bay, and into the Numenari approach. 2 Numenari pirate ships flying similar colors are moving through, just looking for prey at this point. When suddenly the crewmen start shouting, start screaming. Battle joined. Someone cries out, "It's another one of those ships," and the captains are trying to pull themselves about to pull off fire, and staring at them in the distance is a massive ship. It's the boards of the plating alongside it blood red, steaming as if having been recently exposed to a great deal of heat. And above it, black, where many might find a Jolly Roger, is a black rose. And with that, we will bring this session to a close. Thank you so much to Basics of the Game for hosting us. Thank you so much to Dragon of the Dark Rose for producing us. Thank you so much to all of my players. And as always, keep playing more games.